Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this video I'll be looking at Scarlett number 5. Okay, so this is the last issue of the Scarlett miniseries. All in all, yeah, it's been okay. I wouldn't say it's particularly interestingly brilliant, and I wouldn't say it kind of gives any major revelations to the Energon Universe as a whole. But it's alright. So, Storm Shadow managed to kind of retrieve that sword they've been looking for the entire time, and basically does all this kind of attacks the guy, cuts him in half, he falls down dead. Okay. Helicopter shows up, need to get away. Helicopter shoots a missile into the area, and everyone's kind of knocked unconscious and kind of coughing and all unhappy. And the Cobra guys that showed up at the end of last time were kind of like being popped up. Storm Shadow leads Scarlet away, and they kind of hide. And we get to see Cobra Commander in full Cobra Commander regalia, so he's not in that kind of basic stuff he had. He's got the full symbol. Again, timeline wise, don't know where this is because obviously we saw Mars earlier on. Mars I thought was going to be subsumed by Cobra, but that seems to not work with Destro. So Destro 5 I think is this week coming. So we'll see where that ties in. But yeah, they don't seem to be running parallel. Now I know one of them was think one of them missed a week at one point. So maybe they're just slightly out of sync. Um, anyway, they're about to kind of go out, jump out the building. It's the only way to do it. Off they go. Nice. This is a nice panel, I must say. Very, very kind of graphically pleasing. And I do like the way the panel boxes are not quite square. I think that's pretty cool. So she gets going to shoot. They plonk down in the middle of Tokyo, and off they go. They disappear. Now Scarlett kind of goes, okay. She goes, oh, she makes a joke to what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Anyway, makes a joke to him and basically, oh, it's funny when they made two people try and go undercover in Tokyo, which yeah, okay, that's fair enough. That makes kind of sense. But and there's a burn bag there, and it's like, okay, what's this? It's all the evidence we need to go through it all. But he can't like kind of leave her behind and can't find her and all this kind of stuff, and she's disappeared. And it's like, okay, that's convenient. And then so she goes basically back to see what's going on with that, and it turns out she survived and she's with Storm Shadow. They return back to the Irishikage dojo thing, and he's got the sword. And it turns out the sword is Energon powered, and that's why it's there. And it's got this kind of, effectively magic powers, Energon powered sword. And that's the end. That's it. Now, obviously, I don't remember Storm Shadow having any particular, you know, special sword in the original G.I. Joe. So they've obviously gave him this one. Whether or not he's going to wield it anymore. But again, this doesn't tie anything to do with Storm Shadow, Cobra, Destro, G.I. Joe together at all. I mean, if anything, Storm Shadow is a foe to G.I. Joe, to Cobra. So how it's all going to tie up in the end, I don't know. I mean, it's maybe we're just going to have lots of factions, but then it's kind of going to ruin it because I want to see Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow in this, like it was in the old days. I'm kind of half glad that she survived, unless it becomes a kind of constant running subplot for every time that Scarlet appears, she appears, and that's just going to be annoying. But the idea you create this character and kind of do a whole story that rolls around it and then kill her off at the end of 5 issues, and it's like, well, that was kind of pointless. I've kind of got glad I've not done that. But yeah, so that's the end of this one. Once again, we get the G.I. Joe preview, which again still looks slightly weird. And then the covers, which again, they're okay. I wouldn't say the covers stand out particularly good compared to Transformers covers. But yeah, that's it for Scarlet. Now, as of yet, I believe we have not yet announced any other miniseries. So as of now, as of Destro finishing, we will have 3 core books, and that is it, I believe. Obviously, that might change in the new year, but I think they need to keep 3 core books for a while, and kind of let them plod on, and maybe have the odd crossover between each one. But I think keep throwing miniseries into it is just going to make it more complicated, especially if you can't keep the pace up and stuff that's been revealed doesn't get revealed in the right order. And not it's like the creation of Cobra in this. Not really sure who's with who, whatever. So, but all in all, still a decent Energon Universe book. But not one of the best. Let's just say that. So there you go. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'm saying about this one for now. So I'll hopefully see you on another video very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.